So I am here to share with you our thoughts on how to source with speed and sustainability. I would like to draw your attention to the Formula One car and wherein which represents our theme driven by customer success. If you see, there is a Formula One car, and the key measure which determines the winner in Formula One is the time, the lowest time at which one car crosses the specified distance. So 30 laps, 30, 35 laps, laps depending upon the on the size of the lap. Each and every member, the picture that is being shown is that of a pit stop, where the vehicle stops for emergency repairs, refueling, tire change, brake adjustment. So each and every member of the team in the pit have their own individual roles and they are experts at it. All of them combine together to release the car from the pit at the shortest possible time. And that helps the driver to win the race. With that perspective in mind, I will move to the next slides, which will tell us how we can source with speed, sustainability, and something which is not written here, but I am sure it is playing in the mind of all others. And Mr. Arun Babu touched briefly. What about the cost? So I will talk about three initiatives which mjunction has had taken in the marketplace to help our clients to source sustainably with speed and keeping the cost under control. mjGSE is an app-based solution for steel scrap sourcing. mjQuickspot, spot bidding app designed for logistics contracts, and green sourcing, sustainable sourcing. How the entire supply chain can be made green by using these solutions. As most of you know, and in fact, my fellow panelists, Mr. Bansali and Mr. Thakur, talked about recycling of steel. It is 100% recyclable and it can be recycled n number of times, both stainless steel and mild steel. In India, 12% of the carbon emissions are being contributed by the steel sector. Government has noticed that, and as a part of our net zero commitment, steel sector has been mandated to reduce carbon emission. One way, one major way, while I will not get into hydrogen charging and all those measures the steel industry is taking in their factories, one clear way which has emerged that recycling of steel, stainless steel would help in reducing emissions. And so government has set a target that by 2047, half of the steel produced in the country would be through recycling route. So this app is designed to help EAFs, IAFs, and also ISPs to procure scrap as per their desired specs, that is maintaining a consistent quality, get the desired volumes, ensure compliance to government norms like GST and other norms, have a visibility of the entire supply chain from the point of dispatch of the scrap consignment to the point of unloading of the scrap consignment. And at the back end, there is a AI driven quality check mechanism available, which will help the suppliers who are supplying scrap at the point of loading the material into the truck to determine in real time whether the quality that they are supplying is acceptable to the client or not. So it avoids unnecessary rejections at the client premises. Vehicle tracking helps in identifying in areas where the vehicle is stopping to uh, ensure there are no pilferages, there are no delays, and there is a customized bidding mechanism available which helps in ensuring that the price is aligned to the market benchmarks and lower than that. On an average, there has been 1% savings from the market benchmark prices. We have procured around 1 million tons of scrap through this app. We are working with 8, 9 large steel makers across the country for this. A brief about, I will not get into detailing in the interest of time. So, only one aspect I would like to highlight: when the scrap is getting loaded into the vehicle, people working in the premises are the laborers, the supervisors, and all. So it has been designed in such a way that they can see the pictures, take the pictures just like they do in WhatsApp and camera, and on that basis, the entire system starts working. The location from where the scrap is dispatched is geotagged and it is tamper proof. This is one solution which is helping the industry, particularly those who are buying scrap and recycling them, to buy it in a cost effective way with speed. Otherwise, to replicate this process offline would have taken few days. The entire process can be completed, the loading and all, within a few hours. And most important, on account of government initiative of democratization of data and all, the entire emission during the delivery chain, the vehicle makes during the delivery chain, is tracked and can be measured. If there are any questions, please do put it in the text box. I will now move towards another initiative, which is once again an app based, because we believe app adds to the speed and the convenience and makes the entire process very, very hassle free. And it is about spot bidding for freight procurement. Every industry faces this challenge. They want vehicles to be placed at quick notice but at affordable prices. They want reliable work with reliable transporters. This app can help the consignor finalize a contract within a period of 15 to 20 minutes. The entire process of raising an indent, then converting it into RFQ, giving it to the transporters, getting their quote, preparing a comparative, negotiating, everything which used to take hours in emergency scenarios can be done in 15 to 20 minutes. And most highlight key part is, if I go to the benefits, it's a very transparent process. It is helping the users save up to 2% in freight costs. The entire process is auditable, plus vehicle tracking and emission measurement during the entire journey helps in measuring how sustainable the entire process is. And obviously, any digital platform, the way it procures, it helps in ensuring that the process, a paperless process without zero carbon emission, that the entire procurement process is sustainable. There are no operational hassle for the transporter. He can be on the move while bidding through the app. There are various advantages. They can get real-time visibility of available loads, outcome approvals can be given through the app, and it can be integrated, and it is in fact integratable with API through any consignor ERPs. Last but not the least, most important, it is an emerging theme, green sourcing. So while I talked about two key tactical tools for ensuring sustainable, agile, and cost effective sourcing for large raw commodities and logistics, this service encompasses the entire range of procurement and primarily focused towards upstream and downstream emissions, the scope 3 part of the BRSR guidelines, wherein emissions in the supplier in the entire supply chain is being tracked and concentrated efforts to be made to reduce the emissions. And that would help us in meeting the overall objective of being net zero. So there are various aspects in the upstream. The supplier itself, we support them in getting green badges, making their processes green. From the supplier premises to the buyer delivery center, the entire logistics chain, we can support in making it green. So with the overall objective that there is an emission reduction in the process which is quantifiable, and the systems and processes are measurable and are displayed to the buyer and the supplier both through analytics based dashboards. And the same story applies to the downstream, wherein the product moves from the manufacturer premises to their customer premises. What role does mjunction play in this service in terms of making the supply chain green for any of the manufacturer? So we engage and deliver supplier sustainability scorecard, clearly identifying the carbon footprint that the supplier's manufacturing processes are leaving, audit the processes, give a feedback to the supplier on how to reduce the emission, capture the risks, and most important, monitor how the supplier is mitigating those risks. Interactive dashboard, which is a clear view in terms of sustainability index tracking, how sustainable the process, whether things are moving from good to better in terms of sustainability. And most importantly, all procurement executives over here will agree, data driven procurement decisions for ESG. Which supplier is more green than the other suppliers, whether to give that particular supplier an advantage or not, which category should be procured through the green route 100%, in which category there should be a mixed panel. So these data driven insights would be shared with the buyer so that the procurement executive can take a data driven decision. The payoff is clear identification of carbon hotspots across the supply chain, clear action plans along with the suppliers, engaging with the suppliers, set up clear action plans on how to reduce the carbon footprints, how to remove those hotspots or convert those hotspots into nominal emissions. And overall, embed sustainability into the entire procurement process, and obviously moving forward the product decision and compliance reporting, ensuring competitiveness, and ensuring the resilience of the entire supply chain after greening it, and most importantly, measuring the cost incurred across the entire supply chain so that the procurement organization has a clear visibility if they are spending more on account of sustainability, if yes, how much, and how to reduce that spend. That is very important. That plays in the mind of procurement executives every time they take any procurement.